put a backhander in the middle of the ice, but didn't get it out. Gannett's pass knocked away by Thomas. And now Dean will spring it ahead, and here comes Stenberg up the right wing. Otto Stenberg to the circle, drops it to Thomas, he scores! Akil Thomas breaks the ice early and gives the T-Birds a 1-0 lead, just 3:51 in. And in his second shift back in the AHL in a month, Otto Stenberg makes instant payoff for his team. As Thomas rips it blocker side on Kolosov. The Phantoms have been an atrocious first period team this season. Now a -29 in the opening period. T-Birds wanted to step on them early, and they have done it. Phantoms have given up the first goal incredibly. 47 out of the 70 games they have played this year. And the T-Birds obviously in no mood to allow the Phantoms back into this one. Tender will flip it up the near side, Skinner blocking it. Skinner then stole it briefly from Edward. Ralph now to it in the slot. Ralph across to Peterson. Peterson the shot, he scores! Ralph, so known for defensive presence, he just made a heck of a pass to Peterson for his first pro point, and Dylan Peterson snaps a goal-scoring drought that dates back to March 21st. It's 2-0 T-Birds with 1:11 to go in the first. And after the Phantoms penalty kill, which has been such a problem for them this season, did a darn good job. That has to be so deflating on the very next shift at even strength. Kolosov overcommitting to the short side. Peterson recognizing it and going over the top of that blocker hand. Same spot where Thomas scored his goal earlier. So the Phantoms in an identical bind to what they were in on Sunday at home against Cleveland. Down 2-0 late in period one. T-Birds will try to do what Cleveland couldn't do, trying to finish the job. So then we're with the Flyers last night for Philadelphia's final game of the regular season. The Flyers had already punched their ticket to the playoffs earlier in the week. Here's Bushinger right side with space. Michael Bushinger shoots, he scores! The second period domination picks up again. Michael Bushinger got lost in all the interweaving in the offensive zone and beats Kolosov clean from the right circle. It's 3-0 T-Birds, just 43 seconds into period two. Never were down by 3 in their comeback win on Sunday against Cleveland. That game was also at home. Well, the task just got a little bit more difficult for John Snowden's club. Push of the night for the Phantoms at 5-on-5 right now. Koskamaki though banks at the center. T-Birds with numbers. It's Wagner with Dubé. Wagner in across. Dubé scores! The T-Birds survive the push in the D zone. And with the right two guys in control of the 2-on-1, Dylan Dubé's torturing of the Phantoms continues. 47 seconds into the third, it's 4-0. As Dubé and Wagner each have their second points of the night. Kolosov slow to react. I don't think he would have had a prayer anyway. Now Dean is in. Drink wide pass was behind Thomas. And what was a mountain probably now looks like Everest to the Phantoms. Wagner wins this draw. Dubé works it out to Gadet at the blue line. Now Dubé a long one-timer. He scores! He's got two here in the third. with his back almost pressed against the side glass. Dylan Dubé uncorks one, glove side high on Kolosov and makes it 5-1 and restores the 4-goal lead. Goals in 3 minutes to start the third. Dubé with numbers 17 and 18, and they come just 2 minutes and 7 seconds apart. Dubé's 18 goals coming in a span of just 44 games, just over half a season. Dubé in his 100th American League game tonight. Boy, has he been a perfect fit to this T-Bird unit. Phantom's season hanging on very, very thin ice right now. Zarenka along the Lindstein, now Dylan Dubé across for Gadet. Gadet for Wagner on the right wing. He'll roll it toward the front, bouncing puck, rebound, score! Koskamaki! And the top line is at it again! 6-1! 5:50 into the third, and these T-Bird fans can smell the postseason now. Mercifully, Alexei Kolosov is going to get yanked. I'm not sure how much Kolosov could have done in this one. The T-Birds have just been circling the Phantom net here in the third, and 3 goals in 5:50 is all that John Snowden is willing to see from his top goalkeeper. Carson Bjarnason takes over, but the Phantoms now down by 5. 6 minutes into the third, and the T-Birds showing no sign of letting up. Ralph to the slot, Skinner right side, he'll greet Bjarnason with a shot, but it goes right into the midsection of the rookie goaltender. Another tally from the T-Birds top line. Wagner and Koskamaki combining again. Wagner a 3-assist night, Koskamaki and Dubé with a goal. Koskamaki a goal and an assist. Dylan Dubé 2 goals and an assist. The top line willing the T-Birds toward the postseason as we step aside. 6:05 gone in the third. T-Birds hockey brought to you by MGM Springfield. A 6-1 lead. Akil Thomas, who opened the scoring back in the first, now will twirl it in around the net. Otto Stenberg back for it. Stenberg settles the puck in center. Thomas one time, he scores! A 2-goal night for Thomas, and it's 4 goals in 6.5 minutes of the third. And the T-Birds have put up the extra point. It's 7-1. Gaucher winning the D-zone draw. Phantoms about to see the clock strike midnight on their playoff hopes. Fans in Hershey and Springfield, 2 of the charter members of the AHL in year 90 of the American Hockey League. They will celebrate their teams going back to the Calder Cup playoffs once again. The T-Birds are in the fight to try to bring another Calder Cup banner back to the city of firsts. And for the 4th time in 5 years in the 2nd straight season, the Springfield Thunderbirds, as fisticuffs ensue, are heading to the Calder Cup playoffs. Referees are going to have to sort everything out over by the penalty boxes. And they're just going to rule the game over and separate all the combatants from one another as the T-Birds will salute Vadim Sharenko and salute their fans as they are back in the Calder Cup playoffs for the 4th time in 5 years. We'll wrap it when we return. T-Birds hockey brought to you by MGM Springfield.